Hi, my dear students. So, we are ready to learn another small and cute poem. That is actually previously you learned prose pieces. Just for change, now we take a small poem just to break our monotony. So let us enter the world of poetry now. Shall I take you into the world of poetry? Yes, come on, follow. Home, they brought her the warrior dead. Home, they brought her the warrior dead. My dear children, if you observe this title, if you observe this title of the poem, see, it seems to be somewhat different construction of the sentence, right or not? See, this heading is beautiful, title becomes beautiful, but the construction of words are totally seems to be in disorder, but it makes charm. This writing style is applied in poetry because poetry means beauty. Poetry means the words are stitched as like as a string of beauty. So that's why actually what should be in the prose sense? They brought the warrior dead to her home. Actually that will be the correct sentence. It gives the meaningful and that means in the sense of prose. How would be this sentence? They brought the dead warrior. They brought the dead warrior to her home. Actually, that is the construction of the sentence. Generally, we use or frame. But since it is a poem, in the poetic sense, to get the poetic sense, to get charm, beauty, and ear feast, the words are designed like this. Home they brought her, the warrior dead. After observing this line, you may guess what concept might be touched in this poem. What concept, what point has been taken here? It's very easy to guess. Can't you? You? Yes, surely you can. How? Sir, I am noticing two words, sir, here. That is warrior dead. I understand, sir. Warrior dead. Oh, in this poem, some warrior died. I understood. Up to there, I understood. Good. You are right. This poem touched a point. The death of a warrior. Next, home they brought. By observing these words, sir, we can understand that the dead body of the warrior, was brought to home. Her home. Whose home? The wife of the dead warrior. The wife of the dead warrior. So, now you have some vague idea. Vague means unclear. You may have a vague idea. What's it? In this poem, a warrior was there. He was dead. His dead body was brought to his home. Wife is there at home. You understand? Very good. Now I have a little doubt, my dear students. You have to clarify it. I have a little doubt. Okay, you may ask, what's your doubt, sir? Okay, coming to my doubt. Sir, you are telling a warrior was there, he was dead. Beautifully understood, sir. Then what's your doubt, sir? Yes, my doubt is how the warrior died. How the warrior died. Imagine and think and guess. Yes, how the warrior died. It's a valid point. How? My dear students, now you think of the possibilities of the death. You think the possibilities of the death. What are the possibilities of the death? Because of old age, because of ill health, because of accident, because of the wars, in case of soldiers, when they participate, sometimes it leads to their death. These are the possible reasons for the death of anyone, or maybe the warriors. But you may assume anyone. But what might be the most apt reason for the death of a warrior? I told warrior. Warrior means he is a great soldier, very brave soldier, having more powerful in the skill of warfare methods. So for the warriors, the most apt reason might be he participated in some war and he was killed by his enemies, his enemy soldiers. Right or not? Right. Because it may be right reason or not, but that might be the apt reason. So I say the warrior died. How did the warrior get his death? He might have participated in some war and he was killed by his enemy soldiers. This was not given in your textbook anywhere. This was not given. The reason never mentioned in your poem or in any textbook. But this question will be posed, surely asked in the examination. Why? How the warrior died? This is the simple reason. According to our common sense, we tell it. What's the reason for the death of the warrior? He might be participated in some war and he was killed by his enemy soldiers. Very good. Okay. He was dead. What is the process after the death of a soldier? Immediately, the dead body should be kept in a coffin and it will be decorated. The coffin should be sent to the family members. The family members may be parents, wife, son. If he is married, sent to wife. Not married, sent to parents. Here in the title, home they brought her. We imagine her means here to his wife. The dead body was sent to his wife. Then what happens if dead body comes? Actually, we feel very sorry. We can see so many scenes on TVs, social media, in newspapers. We can see so many scenes when some dead body has been brought to the homes of their relatives. That means the reaction of their relatives, the reaction of their parents, the reaction of their wives varies from one person to another person. Some suffer in silence, some cry in silence, some others crying with giving shouts, some other cry, beating their chests. So varies, it varies, expressing our grief, our sorrow from person to person. In our poem, this wife, how reacts on seeing the dead body of her husband? How she reacts? Her reaction is totally different. We can't imagine, we can't guess that type of reaction will be. How she reacts, actually, it's quite common to get shocked, to be surprised, to express our grief, to become as a statue. We become dumb. And sometimes we may lost our consciousness also. We may become unconscious. Several things happen generally on seeing the dead bodies of their relatives. But here, this woman, the wife of the dead warrior, reaction is totally different. Nobody expects that. You too, I too, if I did not read this poem, I too can't tell, because her reaction is peculiar. How she reacts on seeing the dead body. She remained as a statue. She leaves her eyes. There is no movement in her body. As a statue, no movement. She is not crying. She is not losing her consciousness. This was seen by so many maidens who were around her. They were shocked to see in the position of his wife. My God, what is happening here? She stood like a statue. There was no movement in her body. Eyes are simply blankly there. They are looking into sky. No feelings in the eyes. Ice cold, black eyes. No expressions. Then one of the maidens say, my God, she is like that. She never uttered a cry. She is not conscious. She did not lose her consciousness. Not crying, not uttering a word. She will die if it continues on. Some of the maidens feel. So the maidens want to get some movement in the wife. They tried to do something in the wife. What's their intention is whether she has to lose her consciousness or she has to cry. If she doesn't do these two things, she must die. So they wanted to make a movement in the body of that wife. They made several attempts. So generally, if we want to make some sensation, if we want to make someone feel happy, if we want to make someone's face lighten up, what should be done? Simply we do. to praise them, to appreciate them, to pass some comments praising them, making them happy. Right? It's quite natural for you. For example, in the classrooms also, sometimes your friend suffers from something. He or she in bad mode, depressed mode, in the state of tears, not talking to you, simply sitting down ahead. Then what do? You beseech her. Try to know what happened to her. Even if she did not reveal it, then what do? You make your efforts. You make some trials. You and your friends make some trials to make her smile, to make her laugh, to give some tickling in her body. Sometimes you succeed in it. When you succeed in it, you feel very happy, and that particular person also come out of that bad mood, come out of that depression, come out of that sorrowful state, and later she mingles with you. In the same way, the maidens also made some trials just to give some sensation, some feeling in the wife. What did they do? The maidens. What did they do? Some of the maidens come forward and praised with soft and low. Soft and low. They started praising about the greatness of her husband, about the worthy of her husband, about the attitude of her husband, how he is good, about the great qualities of her husband, in a soft and low voice. In a soft means those praising should be believed by her wife, otherwise again it gives adverse effect. So the praising should be believable. So by taking care, the low, soft and low, they started praising. How they are praising? Your husband is very nice man. He is the greatest friend. He is the noblest enemy. He is worthy to be prized. By making this type of comments, they want to create some sensation or some feeling in the face of this wife. But even though they are praising it low and soft, they could not get any emotions, any movements in the wife. They failed. They feel very sorry for not getting any reaction, for not making her coming out of that bad situation. They started thinking again, how we have to make her to get her senses, because she is numb. Another maid make a trial. Another maid make a trial. What trial she made? You know, the dead body is here, the coffin is here, the dead man is lying here. Great warrior. And this coffin has been covered with white cloth. With white cloth. One maiden came there. She stole. A maiden stole. See here, one particular word is used in your textbook, stole. Actually, stole is the past form of steal. Steal, stole, stolen. Steal, stole, stolen. Steal means you know very well. Taking others' objects, owning other objects secretly, not with their knowing, not knowing with their awareness. Simply we capture secretly the other things and we own them. That is called steal. But here, stole means not that sense. Here, stole means not that sense. Here, stole means secretly rise from her seat. Secretly rise from her seat. Secretly rise from her seat. And she reached the coffin. She removed the cloth a little extent. She removed the cloth a little extent. Why? To make the face of the dead warrior visible. To make the face of dead warrior visible. So, what is the intention of this maid? Because the wife loses all her senses, she became numb. She neither swooned nor uttered a word. She neither swooned. Another beautiful word, swooned. Swooned means losing consciousness. Losing consciousness. Neither swoon nor utter a word. It is very dangerous for her life. It's a threat to her life. Possibility of dying. So, if she removed the cloth of the dead body a little extent, the wife can see, the wife can watch the face of her husband, the face of her husband. Then there may be a sensation, there may be a movement. She may get her senses back. This is the intention of the maiden. So she removed the cloth a little bit. But of in vain. In vain. What is meant by in vain? Useless. What is meant by in vain? Useless. Her effort also became useless. She feels very disappointed. She feels very disappointed because of the failure of her attempt. Some of the maidens made a trial by praising him that he is very brave, that he is very finest friend, noblest enemy. He was the praiseworthy. So many prizes were thrown on him, but of no use. Another maid secretly reached the dead body of the dead man and removed the cloth to a certain extent to make the face of dead man visible to his wife. Even no use. All her attempts, all their attempts got failed. So they started thinking, what would we do to save her, to get her senses? While all the maidens were thinking in such a way, a nurse of 90 years rose from her seat. Who is that? A nurse of 90 years. Rose from her seat. A nurse of 90 years. A nurse of 90, a nurse of 90 years rose from her seat and silently went someplace and returned and kept the baby in the lap of the woman. Kept the baby in the lap of the woman. In the lap of the woman. Kept the baby in the lap of the woman. Then unexpected reaction takes place in the wife, who became a statue. Tears roll down from her eyes as like as a storm in the ocean. As like as a storm in the ocean. She started crying. That means, who succeeded in her attempt? A nurse of 90 years succeeded in her attempt. So, how when she keeps the little baby in the lap of the woman, she gets her right senses. All of a sudden, started crying as like the storm of ocean. Previously, she never uttered a word. Automatically now some words flowed out of her mouth. What's that, you know? My son, I live for thee. See, what words? My son, I live. My son, I live for thee. I live for thee. See here, THE, thee means nothing but you. In the poetic sense, we use the word thee in the sense of you. Actually, three words are there to indicate you in the poetic sense. Thee, tho, thy. What are those three in the poetic sense? Thee, tho, thy. These three words are used in the poetic sense to indicate you. You can remember this as a class takadimithai. This takadimithai should be reversed. Then thee, tho, thy. Takadimithai. You reverse it. Thee, tho, thy. These three words indicates you in the poetic sense. See what the girl says, what the wife says. My son, I live for thee. By observing this line, we understand the great love of a mother. Only on seeing the baby, she regot her senses. And she has a view now. She has to live even for the little son. Understand, children? So what do you understand from this poem? What do you understand from this poem? The love of a mother never be measured. Her life only for their children. She has a great love for them. Everything what she has only for their sons or for their children. Whereas we can identify another point also. See, experience is experienced. Old is gold. This point also you can capture. Why? Because so many have made so many trials to get her senses back. They are very good. They tried a lot. They have a great concern for the wife. They all wanted to save her from being died, but they could not succeed. Only an old woman succeeded. That is the importance of elders. That is the importance of experience. That is the importance of old people, the significance of old people. That's why it is rightly called old is good. So you keep in your mind 2 points. You respect your elders. You respect the old people. They are helpful to you when you are badly in need of their help. You should not humiliate them because of their age, and you don't feel that they are waste. And what is the use of feeding them like that? Because we can use their experience to come out of the difficulties. See here, that wife has come out of her life threat because of the old woman. So keep these 2 points in your mind. One, the mother's love is unique. Nobody's love is compared to anyone. And the world should be respected. World is good. And the world's experience you have to use for your progress and for coming out of your troubles. Right? Thank you.